Welcome to the Wrestling Family Talk Show. I'm Ron,
I'm Ashley.
and this is the AEW Rampage review. We just got done watching the first Rampage in AEW history, located in Pittsburgh, just like Dynamite was. You have Mark Henry making his debut on the mic. We have Taz. We have Excalibur. And surprisingly, we have Chris Jericho. Now, I knew he was scheduled to be the announcer on here. I just kind of find it weird after the beating he took on Dynamite and then a big matchup heading into this week's Dynamite that he would be on the announcer table. What do you think about that?
Very shocking. I mean, you would think he was too hurt to be able to announce tonight.
Yeah, it just seemed kind of weird to me. I would have probably personally just kept him off. Maybe had Scott D'Amore from TNA on there, because the first match is the Impact title match where Kenny Omega is defending versus Christian Cage. In Kenny Omega's corner, we have Don Callis. Referee, I hadn't seen him in a while, Brian Hebner. I guess he is the Impact senior official. There was a strong tie-up by the two men when the match began. A lot of sizing up, a lot of feeling out. And to the point that Christian flips off Kenny Omega, kind of breaks that tension of the building of the match. He flips him off, and then they kind of pick up from there. A lot of back and forth action in the ring, trading holds. Kind of a slow pace to me.
Very slow.
Kenny sends Christian to the outside. Callis with a distraction on Christian. Then Christian's pushed off the top rope. And then we go to picture-in-picture. As I watch through the picture-in-picture, slow pace, nothing really exciting. Kenny Omega just taking his time, do a move or hit Christian, kind of look around at the crowd, taunting. You stated at this point that this doesn't really have a title match feel.
No, it didn't feel like it was a title match. It was very slow, not very exciting at first for me.
Yeah, I felt the same way. I don't know if it was part of the plan, just kind of like slow pace in the beginning and then the build-up, which does happen here. As we're back from the commercial break, they show a lot of wrestlers in the crowd. You have Orange Cassidy, Chris Statlander, the Varsity Blondes, Julia Hart's watching. Christian then takes control. He takes over. Then they start trading big moves, a lot of counters, especially that V-trigger counter, the knee, when Christian was going for the spear. That was a good counter there. Then a V-trigger gets a 2 count. Christian fights out of a one-winged angel, goes to the corner. They kind of tussle. Kenny Omega goes for a V-trigger, hits his knee on the turnbuckle, turns around right into a spear. I did like that. Then there was a couple snapdragons, another setup for a V-trigger, and that's when Christian escaped to the apron. He drops Omega, goes up for the frog splash for a 2 count. Then Don Callis gets in, distracts Kenny Omega with a low blow. At this point, the Young Bucks come out. They bring a chair with them. I was sitting there thinking, there's 2 Young Bucks. Why do you need both of them? And then they just slide a chair in the ring. They didn't get in the ring. They didn't super kick. They just slide a chair in the ring. Kind of odd.
It kind of was.
Christian then hits a kill switch. I like to call it an unprettier, but they called it a kill switch on the chair, and now we have a new champion. A new Impact champion, Christian. I'm kind of felt like the sales were just taken out of the Omega Page storyline. I know there's a lot into that storyline where they probably wouldn't even need a title. But I kind of felt like the first victory should have gone to Adam Page. If Christian wins here tonight, Kenny Omega has a title match tomorrow, I believe, at Triple Mania in Mexico. I don't know if he's going to lose that to Andrade there, and you lose those titles, and then he's fighting Christian again at All Out. Not really sure where we're going with this. I did put that I'm kind of thinking Are they planning something here with the Young Bucks with that interference where maybe Kenny Omega goes on this losing streak? The Young Bucks keep winning. Don Callis starts favoring the Young Bucks. They kick Omega out of the Elite, kind of treat the Elite as if it was the Bullet Club, where they trade leaders and change leaders most of the time. And then does Kenny Omega find himself back with Adam Page? And then we have a big tag match of Adam Page and Kenny Omega versus the Young Bucks 2, the second event of the greatest tag team match I've ever seen. Of course, I'm jumping 10 pages ahead here in the storyline that may not even be anything. Just wondering in my head, because it always seems like something big kind of starts off with a small action that you don't even think about.
Well, they have to have something coming up for at least Paige because they had all that build up, and I think as fans we're kind of like, when's it going to happen? What is going to happen next?
Yeah, Scott D'Amore does come out. I mentioned, why didn't you have him on the announce table since he was there for Dynamite during the tag team match? He comes out. Jurassic Express comes out. They celebrate with Christian. All those thoughts that I just mentioned were going through my head. I didn't know what to think. Then Mark Henry. He goes for the interview with Christian Cage. Jurassic Express is there. Christian's loving the bubbly. But the only thing I was noticing, I didn't really pay attention to what Christian was saying. I know
Orange Cassidy in the background.
Yeah, Orange Cassidy in the background had my attention. What's he doing there? Does he even know he's there? It was great. So I just paid attention to Orange
He was being
Cassidy.
the fly on the wall.
Yeah, it was great. I believe Christian talked about the match coming up, but again, Orange Cassidy had my attention just by standing there. That's how great the guy is.
Exactly.
He just took away from the interview. I was not even looking at Mark Henry.
It's pretty much, interviews going on, my eyes straight on Orange Cassidy. Yeah. Like, what's he doing?
And all he was doing, he didn't move. And he had our full attention there. Then we go to a vignette of Fuego del Sol, talking about the fans loving him. And then they build up the Miro Fuego match, which is going to be next. So for the TNT title match, Miro versus Fuego del Sol. Fuego del Sol wins. He gets a contract. The referee, in the beginning of the match, is holding the contract. Before the bell rings, Fuego with a tornado DDT. Then another one from the top rope. Miro escapes to the outside to regroup. It looks like they changed the countout number. Unless I'm mistaken, I thought it was a 20 count for AEW. When the legal person is outside the ring, they count it almost to 10 here. So I don't know if that's a title match rule. I don't know if that's a new change. But a lot of matches had a lot of individuals out there for the 20 count from what I remember. Now, I could be completely wrong, but it seems to me it used to be a 20 count. So I noticed that. He comes back in, beats the 10 count. Miro does. And then a third tornado DDT is hit on him. This time for a 2 count. Right after that, match changes into what we thought it would be. Miro catches Fuego off the top rope, Samoan drop, then a vicious kick, and a quick submission for the win. I put a quick, fun match as expected.
Yes.
The 3 tornadoes were surprising.
They were pretty good.
Miro rips up the contract in the ring. We go to commercial. Now back from commercial, Fuego's picking himself up off the mat. Sammy Guevara and Tony Khan comes out. Looks like they're holding the contract. Sammy comes to the ring, and Fuego finally gets his contract. A feel good moment. Thank you. A feel good moment right there. Okay. We look up to the rafters, and who do we see?
Sting and Darby Allin.
They're just standing there. A lot of attention to them. And then we see a preview of Darby and his quest for best in the world at Rampage First Dance next week. What does this mean? Is it Darby CM Punk? Is it Darby Daniel Bryan? Or do you think it's all a ruse, and it doesn't mean anything.
Wow, that could be a lot of different things. I mean, that could be a big surprise. I don't know. I'm kind of excited to see what that's going to be.
Yeah, many people are expecting CM Punk. Again, Daniel Bryan used Best in the World as well, but it's in Chicago. I don't know. I'm not going to get my hopes up. That way, I'm not going to be let down. But if it does happen, I'm going to be pleasantly surprised. After this, we have Mark Henry with a triple split screen interview. Something new. He's in the middle. Red Velvet on the right side, Britt Baker on the left side. Velvet says she's going to stir it up. Baker tells her to stir that poo up somewhere else. This is her house. And we head right into the match. Match number 3, women's title. Britt Baker with Rebel versus Red Velvet. Lots of chain, basic wrestling to begin the match. At one moment, I asked you, I go, have you been paying attention to the match?
And I said, nope. Now I am.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I was just kind of staring at the TV. I wasn't really. I don't remember anything that happened in the beginning. I put on here. It feels like Britt works better with a bigger or stronger opponent. Even though Thunder Rosa was smaller than her, I feel like she made it up with aggressiveness.
Yeah.
I put on here kind of slow, but this is Britt's first match back from breaking her wrist. So I felt like it was a safe match.
She was kind of taking it easy.
I wondered why Red Velvet wasn't focusing on the wrist, and then the moment I was thinking that, I saw her start attacking the wrist a little bit, and it kept building up and building up and building up, where then she was going all out on the wrist. Rebel chokes Red Velvet during the commercial. They show Chris Statlander in the stands. Come back from commercial. We have a reverse on the lockjaw. And now she starts focusing on the wrist. So Britt Baker goes for the finish. And then Red Velvet starts using that injured wrist against Britt Baker to get out of those lockjaws. Rebel then stands up, gets a distraction. She gets thrown out. Goes to the back. Then there's a kick and a moonsault. Looked pretty good for a 2 count by Red Velvet. Then Britt with an innovative brainbuster on the knee and a curb stomp for 2. Then a surprising moment. Red Velvet goes for a lockjaw. Then it's countered. Britt goes for it. Velvet starts hammering her fist onto the mat. So Britt adjusts and reverses the lockjaw so that she's able to use the good hand. And that's what puts Red Velvet away. Britt's still beating on Red after the bell. Chris Statlander comes in to make the save. And then a woman I have not seen. They said she's been gone for a couple of years from England. Jamie Hayter has revealed herself as the individual, as the wrestler that we thought about when Britt Baker said she needed some more help. We thought, all right, when is this going to happen? And then it happened. On our Dynamite review, I said, is this going to happen tonight? And it did. Did I expect her? No, because I did not know her until just now. I'll be honest, who did I expect? I heard rumors of Ruby Riott coming to AEW. So that would have been my guess if you would have asked me, but I was not sure. And obviously, if I would have said it, I would have been wrong anyways. So Jamie Hayter is with Britt Baker now. And we finish off with a curb stomp by Britt onto Red. Her face goes right into the title. And then the show is over. So what are your thoughts on the first Rampage in AEW history?
I think I was expecting a little bit more, but it wasn't all bad. They had some moments that I really enjoyed, so I'm excited to see what they do for next week.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's right down the middle. I don't have a rating scale or anything like that, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't great. It was good.
Yep.
But I should expect more from episode 2. I'm shocked by the Kenny Omega loss. We'll see what goes from there, where they can go from here. Everything else was as expected. We expected Miro to win. We expected Britt Baker. And then the debut, because I didn't know Jamie Hayter, I was excited that there's the person.
Well, I can't wait to see what she brings with Britt Baker because bad girl team. So
yeah, she had a nice look.
Be kind of good. So
yeah, this is a great opportunity for her.
Well, this could be a start of a group here.
Yeah, when Rebel gets healthy, and then who knows? I mean, Britt could have more.
Be excited to see what happens.
But this is going to be a short one, so thank you for listening. Hope you join us in the future, and see you next time.
Bye-bye.